This is my first bike, bro. GSXR 1000 2023. I was able to pay for this bike in cash, man. I feel like something like this, you don't really want to pay notes on something like this. Anyway, I'm gonna be telling y'all how I was able to save $100,000 by the age of 22, man. This ain't no flex story. This ain't nothing like that. Hopefully, this story I'm telling y'all could help y'all out on y'all journey. I was living with my people at the time, so this ain't no flex story. I'm trying to seem cool. I'm just really trying to give y'all insight on how I was thinking at the time, what was going through my mind and stuff like that. All right, y'all, so we are about to go get a new phone, and I'm actually excited because I am frugal, bro. Like, I would have probably kept this phone for another 8 years, dude, because I just don't like spending money on phones and stuff like that. But anyway, I'm gonna take y'all with me. We gonna get us a new phone, and when we get back, I'm gonna tell y'all how I was able to save $100,000 by the age of 22, man. We just made it to the mall. It's gonna be kind of weird taking this big ass camera right now. What's up? Good morning. All right. Have a little bit more enthusiasm. What's your name, Jada? You like being on camera? A little bit. Look how beautiful Jada is.
Hello.
Anyway, so what options y'all got? What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? So we back. I can't wait to tell y'all this story, but that's what I had picked up. I had got the Pro Max, man. They say you can vlog on this phone too, so I'm gonna test it out and see if it's even worth trying. But anyway, enough with the talking. We about to get down to business. So this story right here is kind of crazy because you're gonna get to see the way I was thinking at the time, and then what makes it more impressive is I lost $20,000 right before I reached 100,000. Like that's what started the whole thing. So this was when I first started working. I think a year and a half in it was, and I had built like a little solid base, like a little solid, bank account. I started looking at stocks. Like I always been into stocks, but I came across this thing called option trading, man. And I joined this dude Discord. His name was Aristotle Investments. And I remember him posting something about AMC. So AMC, that was when AMC and like the meme stocks and stuff, like they was just blowing up out of proportion. So he posted like a rocket ship next to AMC, like kind of being discreet about it. I don't know why he did it like that. But some told me to go put money in on AMC. So I went to go put money in on AMC, bro. And I kid you not, like an hour, I was up like $1,100. And that won me over, man. So I'm in the truck, I'm in the work truck, I'm smiling and stuff. But the person that was driving, he was like, "Man, why you smiling?" I'm like, "I'm smiling. I'm just." But anyway, so what happens next after this is I joined the Discord, right? And it's an amazing Discord. I know it sounds like I'm about to say something terrible about it, but nothing was terrible about it. What I did was terrible about it. So he called and plays, bro. So imagine, right? You go to work at 6 a.m. You get off at 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, or whatever, right? Imagine going to work. You in this Discord group, you learning everything or whatever. The market opens at like probably 8 o'clock. By 11 o'clock, you made $2,200 in one day. Just by 11 o'clock, you made that. So at the time, I'm like, bro, like that's the worst thing that could happen. Like at the time, it's like, yeah, I want to, but that is literally the worst thing that could happen. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because now you expect that over and over again. And then that's what happened. That's why I lost the 20,000. Because I was expecting to get that return over and over again. I was expecting to make that like that every single day. But that wasn't the case. So, all right, I had that successful trade. I had the $1,100 because that's what made me join the Discord in the first place. So after that, I began trading. I kept on, I continued trading. So I'd be up like a $500 or $100 or whatever. But me thinking about what I want, like that $2,200, it wasn't that. So I stay in a trade. As I'm standing in the trades, it's tanking, it's going down. So I'm at this point, I'm ignoring all the rules of trading, man. I'm ignoring the stop loss rule. I'm ignoring like the fear of missing out rule. I'm ignoring every single rule in the book you could think about. So I'm losing trades. But that wasn't how I lost the $20,000. The biggest thing of how I lost that was because there was this one particular trade that was called out. I think it was Ashford. I'll never forget the stock. It was Ashford Hospitality Trust. And this stock right here, like I'll never forget that stock, bro. This stock started it all. So this before everything. I was still in my Avalanche, my beat up Avalanche, like all that. Like this is what started everything. This time I bought actual shares of Ashford Hospitality. I bought like a lot of shares of that shit, man. So I ended up buying a bunch of shares of that. And what happened was they did a reverse split. And when they did their reverse split, and it was already down, keep in mind, it was already down, right? But I had a chance of getting out of it. But when they did that reverse split, bro, when I say I lost money in like a matter of like, I lost probably like 7 grand in a matter of probably 10 minutes, bro. Like, I'm not trying to over exaggerate nothing. I probably lost 10 bands in probably like 10 minutes. Crazy. But I look at it like this now. It built my risk tolerance up, man. You have to have a high risk tolerance. So you have to be able to take losses like that because you have to have faith that that win is gonna overcome them losses. So you don't hear about it much because everybody like to talk about their success and you know how they made 10 million $10 million and they made this much and that much. But really, man, like a lot of losses come before that check. Gotta have the stomach for it. So at that age, at 22, I'm only 24 now. I don't know why I'm saying it like I was way younger than that, but it built my risk tolerance up. I didn't know that's what it was doing at the time, but bro, just imagine. So 7 bands went to 10 bands, went to 11 bands. I'm thinking, I'm like, it's gonna push back. It's gonna push back. She, that motherfucker kept on going down. Stomach, you know that feeling you get when you like you just your stomach is just like, bro, you like, man, fuck, like yo, nobody. I'm like, I had a girlfriend at the time. I ended up telling her, but my mom, I ain't tell her for a little minute because I was living with my people at the time. My dad, I don't think he even knew knew what happened, really. But that's what started it all. So I don't know what it is about myself. When a situation like that happened, I just turn into like I don't just I'm not the type to just like lay down and like, oh Lord, like I'm gonna do some shit, some unbelievable shit. And that's exactly what happened. So when that happened, now, keep in mind, I'm 22, but at the same time, I got a grown man job. So now I'm feeling like I'm just a man walking around the house. So I'm just a man walking around the house. Y'all know people, you know, young men, y'all know how that feeling that you get like, bro, all right, it's time to get out, man. Like I'm really doing my parents a disservice because I'm staying with them, I'm taking advantage of stuff like that. They're not making you pay no bills. And like you just, you just start feeling some type of way. You don't have to necessarily be from the pressure that they putting on you, but you just start feeling like that. So that was around that time when I started feeling like that. I lost all that money, man. And like it just made me go into overdrive mode. So I'm at work, man. Like I start plotting. I'm like, bro, like bro, this was plotted out. Man, I put that shit on a piece of paper. I wrote down like what I couldn't get, what I couldn't buy. Like, all right, I can't take my girl out this weekend. This one I had a girl at the time. Like I was saying, I can't do this weekend. I can't. And she actually worked with me on that, bro. Shout out to her. So during the time, and keep in mind, my wage at the time was I'm being transparent. I'm not trying to give y'all too much information, but my wage at the time, it was in the 20s. Like at the time, I was making probably, probably mid 20s. All right. But that's still a good wage. So to accomplish this goal, I was working 16 hours a day. 16 hours a day, probably for 6 months straight or 7 months straight. I just didn't feel like overwhelmed. I didn't feel tired. It's just during that whole time period, I just blacked out. Like I was just so focused. And I'm kind of scared because this is the kind of time I'm on right now. It's like I'm getting back to that old me, to what happened back then. But this situation is a bit different. Like I got the money, but it's just a different situation this time. So it's like I don't know, man. But back then, those 6 months, it just felt like so short, man. Like it just it just went by so quick for some reason because I guess I was just so focused. After that, I got to so after each milestone, right? You start and then you gain I gained more motivation as I kept on reaching up with numbers. So like the first milestone was like I got my 20 back. So when I got my 20 back, that felt amazing. And then I kept on going, right? I kept on going. I reached my 50. Now at 50, it just was a feeling I can't explain, man. Like I feel like at 50, it was a better feeling than at 100 because at 50, it was like I got like this feeling in my head. Like I just got like a feeling to where I was like, all right. It just felt like it's like my life changed. It was like different at the time. And keep in mind, at the time while I'm grinding and I'm doing this, like I left the stock trading alone for a little bit because I didn't want to lose any more money. So when I got to 50, I was like, all right, bet. I was like, okay. But then when I got to 100, when I got to 100, man, and I'm saying 50 was the best feeling, but when I got to 100, man, I just you would never be able to explain that feeling. Like you would never be able to explain that feeling, man. Like I know I can't explain it. Just goes to show you that if you don't give up, man, and I'm not trying to be a preacher or motivational speaker, but if you don't give up, man, some amazing shit could happen for you. It's like the universe works with you when you don't give up. This was a nice one too, baby. Let's go.